A very good morning, dear children. Today we are going to see chapter number 14 of General Science, that is Light and Formation of the Shadows. Now, can you take? Observe the picture of sources of light given in the pictures and answer the following questions. Can we see anything in the total darkness? No, we cannot see anything in the total darkness. What helps us to see the objects around us? We are able to see the objects around us due to the light. Means light is there around us, and due to that we can see any object. What does the light in each one of the pictures originate from? In the first picture, sun is giving the light. In the second picture, it is the electric bulb that is giving us the light. In the third picture, a firefly is seen shining. In the last picture, there is an illuminated candle. Illuminated means lighted candle. Now, luminous objects or materials. The objects that emit light or those which themselves are a source of light are called luminous objects. The intensity of light depends on the extent to which they emit this light. Every luminous object is a source of light. Luminous means what, children? That is lighted. Lighted object is a source of light. Now, non-luminous objects or materials. The objects that do not emit light and those which are not the sources of light are called non-luminous objects. Now, artificial sources of light. The substances that cannot emit light on their own but emit it due to man's effort are man-made sources or artificial sources of light. Now, natural sources of light. The sun is the main natural source of light. Other stars, fireflies, some bioluminescent, that is the animals which are producing light, like anglerfish and honey mushroom. These are the natural sources of light. Now, next topic is use your brain power. Make a list of some luminous objects and substances and classify them into natural and artificial sources of light. Now, examples of luminous objects are the sun, flame in a lamp, tube light, electric bulb, stars, and lighted candle. Now, in this there are some natural sources of light and some are artificial sources of light. So, we will classify them. Natural sources of light in these are stars and sun. And artificial sources of light in these are flame in a lamp, tube light, electric bulb, and lighted candle. Now, the next topic is the propagation of light. You may have seen in the afternoon rays of light entering through a slit in a door or a small hole in the roof. As these rays of light from the slit or the hole move towards the floor, the dust particles in their way are seen clearly. So whatever light is coming from the slit or from the hole of the door. So from that we can see, from that light we can see dust particles very clearly. Due to these particles, the path of the light becomes visible and we can see that their path is along straight lines. Now let's try this. We will do one activity. Take 3 cardboards, make a small hole in the center of each cardboard using a thick needle. Arrange the cardboards in such a way that 3 holes are in the same line as shown in the picture. Stand a burning candle on one side of the cardboards and look at the flame of the candle from the other side. Now you have to take 3 cardboards and in the middle you have to make hole with the help of thick needle. And then one side you have to take one candle. Okay. And these 3 holes should be in one line. You have to do like this arrangement. Now what you have to do? You have to do 2 steps. In the step 1, you have to look at the flame of the candle. Do you see the flame? Yes. All these 3 cardboards hole are in straight line. And due to that, we can see the flame of the candle because light travels in a straight line. Now in the second step, what you have to do, children? Move any one of the cardboard out of these 3. Why do you not see the flame? Now when you will move any cardboard out of these 3, then you cannot see the flame. Because what happens, children? Whatever that flame is there, that flame is not coming in the light. And due to that, we cannot see that flame of the candle. Due to why? Because light travels in a straight line. This light is not in a straight line. Okay. And due to that, we cannot see the flame of the candle in the second step. Now, let us do another activity. Take a straight tube that can be bent easily. As shown in the figure, place a burning candle on a step and look at it through the tube. Then bend the tube and look at the candle again. What do you see? Now when you are taking straight tube, then you can see the flame of the candle easily. But when you are taking this bent tube, then that time we cannot see the flame of the candle easily. Because again what? Light travels in a straight line. Light always travels in a straight line, and this is known as linear propagation of light. In the first picture, person is able to see the light of the candle because tube is straight, and due to that light reaches the eye. Now in the second picture, person cannot see the light of the candle because the tube is bent, and due to that light gets blocked. Now use your brain power. In which step is the flame of the candle seen clearly and why? One can see the flame of the burning candle only when the tube is not bent. If the tube is bent, then the flame of the candle cannot be seen. Light always travels in a straight line, therefore it cannot reach our eyes if the tube is bent. Now next topic is reflection of light. How do we see an object? The rays of light falling on an object from a source of light are thrown back from the surface of that object, and this is called as the reflection of light. We see the object when the reflected rays reach our eyes. Now in case of the given picture, this source of light is there. From that there is a passing of light rays and they are falling on the object. From this object there is a reflection of rays and these rays are coming to our eyes, and due to that we can see any object. Okay children? Now do you know stars are luminous? Luminous means these are giving light. Planets, satellites are non-luminous, means these are not giving light. Sunlight reflected from the surface of the moon reaches us. That is how we can see the moon. From the sunlight there is a surface of the moon, means that sunlight is going to surface of the moon that reaches to us, and due to that we can see the moon. We call this light as a moonlight, and such type of light we are telling as a moonlight. Now can you tell in which objects do we see a reflection? We are able to see the reflection in mirror, in window glass, that is window glass pane, and also in any shiny and glossy object. Glossy object means those who can give shining, that is called as a glossy object. So from all these such types of things we can see reflection. What is the difference between an object and its reflection? What causes the difference? When light rays are thrown back from an object and we get a reflection. When light rays are thrown back from any object, then we are looking reflection. The reflection shows reverse characters of that object. The reflection of light rays falling on the surface causes this difference, and this reflection causes the difference. Next topic is images. The light reflected from our face falls into the mirror. When we stand in front of the mirror, this light is reflected back again, and due to this reflection we are able to see our image in the mirror. In a glass pane we can see a faint and unclear image. On the wooden surface we will not be able to see our image. Now let us try this. Stand in front of a plain mirror and look at your image in it. Raise your right hand. Which hand of the mirror image is raised? When you are raising your right hand, the left hand of our mirror image is seen raised. When we actually raise the right hand, what change do you see in the image if you decrease or increase your distance from the mirror? If we go near the mirror, our image seems to be closer. If we go away from a mirror, our image seems to go far. Is there any difference between your height and height of the mirror image? Yes, our height and height of the mirror image looks similar. Means there is no difference in case of your height and height of the mirror image. Whatever your height is there, that only you can see in case of mirror image. Now images in the plane mirror. The left and right side of the original object and that of the mirror image appears to be exchanged. The image looks as far behind the mirror as the object is in front of the mirror. The size of the image is same as that of the object. Now use your brain power. How will you light up a dark room using reflected light? So with the help of a mirror, the reflected light can be brought in the dark room. Reflectors of large size can be held in this work. Now second question. Try to start the TV by operating the remote control from behind it. Now turn the remote control towards the wall of the room. When its button is pressed, the infrared rays from the remote will strike on the wall and will get reflected back to the TV. So when we are pressing the remote control, children, from that sensor, one small light is there, from that there is a passing of infrared rays and they are striking to the wall and again they are reflected back to the TV. Now you will ask me, children, which are the infrared rays. So the infrared rays are the electromagnetic radiation. Okay, these are the type of electromagnetic radiation rays and which are having wavelength greater than 800 nanometer to 1 millimeter. Okay, and due to that infrared rays, this way the TV can be switched on. Means from this sensor there is a passing of rays. These rays are coming back to or strike on the wall and then again will get reflected to the TV. So one can start TV from behind in this way due to the passing of infrared rays from the remote control of the sensor. Okay, children, I hope you understood. Thank you, children, for your attention and for watching the video very quietly.